So lovely to sort of see your faces in my mind. Good to see your face, Catherine. Let's get started with those jumping jacks. Right off the bat, working on setting up that breath, inhaling through the nose and really special attention to exhaling out of that mouth. Today, we're going to create a lot of heat. And I don't know about where you are, but it's nice and toasty here. So anytime you start to feel overheated or dizzy, really make sure, A, that you're not holding your breath, and B, that you are exhaling through that mouth. So good. Here we go for 5. Good. Here's your 4. Always an option to step it. 3, 2, we take it into high knees. Up and over that waistband, keeping knees right in line with hips. So notice if you start to sort of open outward and just keep zipping up that midline. Good. Feeling that abdomen suck into that spine. We are here for 5. Option to march it. We're here for 4, 3. Here's your 2. Butt kickers. Heels in, 2 glutes in through that nose and out through that mouth. Remember, setting up these habits now. So when we get into the real work, we don't even have to think about how we breathe. So good. Here's our 10. A little faster. 8, 7. Find that heat. Here's your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips behind those ears. Sending those hips back. Good mornings. Inhale and exhale. Whoo, tabletop that spine. Feel the back of those legs start to fire up. Hinging in those hip flexors. So good. Here's your 4. Here's your 3. Here's your 2. And we're going to turn this into a combo move. So we're going to stay on one side. We're going to squat. We're going to lunge. We're going to side lunge. Back to squat. Same side. Lunge and side lunge. Feeling how different the shapes feel. There's a lot of similarities. We're squeezing through the core. We're squeezing through the glutes. We always want our knees pulling back towards our ankles. And we want that core super duper tight. But we're getting into that hip flexor a little differently with each of these. So good. We switch sides in 3, 2, shake it out. We go other direction. Squat, reverse lunge, into side lunge. Making sure that our feet are pointing forward the whole time on all of these moves. So do your best not to turn out at the hips. So good. One more through each of these. We hit that squat, our reverse lunge, into side lunge, and then stand it up, shake it out. You have a mat, amazing. If not, amazing too. Roll down the spine, chin to chest, walk it out, holding at the bottom, setting up that nice high plank. Head lifts back so that neck is in line with the spine. Core is super tight. The backs of the knees are reaching towards the ceiling. Flex those feet. We step right foot outside of right hand. Good morning, hip flexors. Right hand goes up. Let's go ahead and take a couple circles through our wrists. So good. Setting that right hand down, stepping right foot back, hitting left side, squaring off through the hips and then extending through that top arm. Really find the stretch in that chest. Good. We take our hand back to the floor. We're in that high plank. We go plank or shoulder taps into downward dog. So tap opposite hand, opposite shoulder, then hinging at the hips. So we work our balance in those shoulder taps, and then we hit that posterior chain using our core as we pike those hips. Here's your 4. Here's your 3. Here's your 2. And last little bit of plank work. You know it's coming. We're going for those mountain climbers. Keeping those wrists below those shoulders. So notice if you sneak backwards, always an option to step it. Or maybe this morning you're just holding that plank. Here's our 10. Remember that exhale. Open that mouth for that exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk hands back to meet the feet. Big bend in those knees. Shake it out, ragdoll. And roll it up the spine. And just like that, kabam, we get started with the fun stuff. We are into circuit 1, and we are taking high knee circles. So your goal is just like we did in our warm-up, to get those knees up and over the waistband, but we're going to take it in a circle. So imagine there's like a medicine ball or a Bosu right in front of you, a soccer ball. And we're going high knees, we're tapping around that ball. Nice tight circle. We go in one direction for 30 seconds, then we switch and go the other direction. If you're not about that jump life, you can stay right here, but I really want you to think of activating that core as you lift that knee. Then we are moving into, heel tap squats. So we start with those feet right underneath those hips. We pull down the hips, and as we do, we take right hand, left foot, reach, stand up. Then we alternate. Sit it down, left hand, right foot, reach. If you're moving through this one and you notice that you start feeling it a lot in your kneecaps, it's probably because we're sliding onto our toes and letting those knees jut forward and lifting the heels. So in that case, just really focus on staying low in those heels. Maybe take the reach out and just practice the form of that squats. We never want to feel it in those knees. Then we are moving into a reverse lunge to side kick. So we step it back in that reverse lunge we set up in our warm-up. Take it to the side. Drop that foot. Alternate. Reverse lunge, side kick. Reverse lunge, side kick. It's going to take a lot of stability if you want to pick up speed. But once you have it, go ahead and find it, making sure those lunges are beautiful. And just like that, we're going to start with those high knee circles. All right, everyone, you're going in whatever direction you want. In 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those knees. Find that circle. Use that breath. So good. Right off the bat, remember, just like our warm-up, I want you thinking about that open mouth exhale. Those knees are coming up. It should feel like a running crunch. If you want a little bit extra, you can make little fists and pump your arms as you hit this run. So good. If you need to step down a notch, just go ahead and give me marches in that tight circle. And we want our foot coming about the height of a soccer ball off the floor. So really make sure you can set that foot right on top. We're coming up to that switch. In 3, 2, other direction. Whichever variation you are doing, we go in this opposite direction of that circle. Check in. Are you holding that breath? Open that mouth and exhale. Quick. This is it. We push for 20. Hip. Are those feet staying a little closer to the ground? Can you get those knees a little bit higher? We're activating through the outside of those thighs as we walk ourselves in that circle. Here's our 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out. Amazing. Okay, we are going into our squat with alternating heel reach. So set it up, feet right underneath those hips. We go in 3, 2, pull down through the hips, reach for that ankle. I want you to think as you reach of still keeping that chest upwards. So we're not hinging at the hips. We're dropping through the hips, keeping our heart lifted as best we can. Then we twist. Again, if you're starting to feel this in those knees, knock it off and just work on those squats, right? Feet are parallel, pulling down to the hips. So good. If you are going for that tap, really make sure you're using that trunk to lift yourself back up to standing, squeezing those glutes. Beautiful, Catherine. Inhale, lower, exhale up, team. Here's our 20. We feel this in our quads. Check in. Have your feet started to turn out? Just squeeze them back in center. Here we go for 10. Keep leading with those hips. Notice if you're staring right at the ground, I want you staring forward. Here's our 4, 3, 2. Amazing. We're taking it into our reverse lunge to side kick. We go in 4. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. In 3, burning those quads. In 2, reverse lunge, side kick. Alternate, reverse lunge, side kick. Making sure that as you hit that lunge, you're taking 90-degree angles in both of those legs. Gentle bend in that supporting leg as you go for that side kick, just so you're not locking out. Catherine, that's beautiful. Awesome side kicks. And use that breath. So strong. Once you have it, maybe you find a little bit of a gallop in that transition. So good. Keep that tushy tight. Remember, if you start feeling it in that knee, chances are you're going a little too far forward on that lunge. Slow it down. Find that form. Squeezing core. Squeezing glutes. Here it is, team. 10 seconds, then we get to do this all over again. Woo-wee. Stay for 4. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. High fives across the board. And we are going back into our high knee circles in 4, 3, 2. Here we go. All right, so our legs are pretty fired up. That means that we might actually be able to get even higher on these because those hip flexors are super active now. Doesn't make it easier, but it sure does make us stronger. So good. Feeling that lower abdomen zip up as those knees lift. Stay. Yes, you can. We take the other direction in 3, 2, switch it out. Pumping those arms if you want a little heat for that upper body. And remember, we want those feet roughly the height of a soccer ball. Take a couple steps to measure that and then run it. Here we go. In through that nose, out through that mouth. 12 seconds on the clock. Woo-wee. Here's your 8. Can you pick it up just a little more? We push for 3, for 2, for 1. Amazing. We are back to our squat twist with a stand. Squat twist with a stand. Leading with those hips in 3, 2, pull it down, lift it up. Using those glutes to pull yourself into that squat. If you feel this in those knees, take that twist out, please. Work on that squat. Sit back into the height of a chair, and that's where we're working from. Good, Catherine. Really using that trunk to pull ourselves back up from that twist. We stay tight through the core the whole time. That's how we ensure that we don't let any of this sneak into our lower back, especially that stand. Inhale, open that mouth for that exhale. Once you have it, find that speed. We push for 20. See what happens if you can squeeze through those glutes the entire time you're moving through this. Palm faces forward. We're here for 8. Whew, how many can you fit? We're at this in 5, 4. Here's 3, 2, 1. And just to keep that quad party going, we are into reverse lunge, kick. In 4, 3, 2, let's hit it. Beautiful, Catherine, love that. So we're working into those quads and then deep into those hip flexors on that kick. Hip flexors are part of our core, so they are going to aid in the stability of this kick as well as the activation of it. So many bangs for our bucks in this one. And you just look like a total snack doing it. So good. Find that length to the top of the head. Notice if you're kind of off kilter with that kick, always think up. Really activate that trunk. Less than halfway to go. Yes, you can. We are here for 20. If you have it, maybe find a little extra speed. If that high kick is going crazy for you and you're not loving it, maybe you just keep reverse lunges. Or maybe we go to a reverse lunge to a little leg lift. You can make this whatever works best in your body. I want you working on that foundation. Here's our 3. So good. Here's your 2. Right here to the end. And 1. Shake it out. In through that nose. Out through that mouth. One last round, you guys. Amazing. We are into those high knees. In 3, 2. Here we go. Get those knees higher than we have all day. Using that core. Pumping those arms. How can you stay more activated now than you have been for the first 2 rounds? Maybe it's speed. So good. Love that, Catherine. Yes. Yes, my YouTubers. Here we go. Switch direction. 3, 2, other direction. Into the nose and out through that mouth. We are here. Finishing it up. You should feel a little exhausted. Let's use that as permission to push a little harder. That means our body is warm. 15 seconds. Keep with that breath. It's going to help you achieve more. Here we go for 8, 7. Little bit higher. Here's your 5, 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Whoo-wee. Shake it out. Here into the squat twists or just working on our drop squat. In 3, 2, here we go. Pulling down through the hips. Keeping that chest high. Remember, we never want to feel this in that lower back, especially when we go for speed on these taps. That's almost a surefire guarantee that standing up, we're using more of our lower spine than we are our glutes. So just start tuning into your body, really becoming aware of where you feel these sensations. Into that nose, out that mouth, beautiful. Told you I'd broken record today. Partially it's because I need a reminder to breathe. Woo-wee! All right, team, here it is. 20 seconds on the clock. Whatever you can give me, whether that's squats, maybe you're going for speed, maybe you're going for accuracy. I want you working without stopping for 12. Keep those shoulders out of those ears. This is where we finish it. 7, hip, sink it low. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, amazing. One more of these lovely little quad exercises. Dropping it into that lunge, side kick, or step in that lunge and lift. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, this is your modification. If you're over the whole kick, try to go for that leg lift without off-centering yourself. So just lifting from the hip flexor and standing it back down. So good. For those of you who want that advanced, take it up to that kick, staying just as centered through that spine. Knees are over those ankles. Maybe we take that gallop for transition. So strong, you guys. 25 seconds right here. Yes, Catherine. Notice that those shoulders are starting to creep forward. Always think of that nice broad chest. Pretty much always, unless I tell you otherwise. Shoulders back and together. We push for 10. Stay. Yes, you can. Let's take it to the end because right around the corner is that break. We're here for 7. We push for 5, 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work, you guys. Ooh la la. Tap yourself with some towels. I don't know what you do. Dap yourself off. Grab a little water. And then try to stay moving. Whatever that looks like for you, just to keep that heart rate up. We are going into, oh yeah. So this one is going to come flush with variations for you. The basis of it is a shoulder tap plank jack. So there's a lot going on. Full extension has you doing both of these moves together. So wherever we're starting in that nice high plank like we set up in our warm-up. Full variation. As we jack, we take those taps, making sure we're staying over those wrists. If you already know that's not in your wheelhouse this morning, I feel you. We go for 1, 2, 3, plank jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4 shoulder taps. Plank jacks into isolated shoulder taps. Further variations, you can stay on those knees and just work on the stability as you hit those shoulder taps. Maybe you take step out, step ins. Just really build your own adventure. But some variation on a shoulder tap to plank jack. Core is going to be tested like crazy. Then the theme of this round is jack. So thank you, Jack, wherever you are. We are starting with our feet wider than hip width distance. From here, we turn out at the hips. So we're really activating into those hip girdles. We're taking a sumo jack. So every time we land, we're in this position, squatting, and then we jump it up, toes together, back to our sumo. Back to our sumo. Always landing in that squat, pulling through those hips. Notice how I didn't finish with my chest down. I always lead with my hips. Your modification here, sumo squat to stand. Sumo squat to stand. So if you're not jumping today, still hit that sumo squat, maybe add a little calf raise. And then finally, our third jack. I don't know, jack. We are finishing with a jackknife. Nice long limbs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, snap it up. This is a pretty aggressive move. If you need to modify, you can take suitcases. If you need to modify further, let's go for either a roll up through the spine, or if you're working on building your roll up, we work that crunch. So full variation is that jackknife, and then I'll go through other options when we get back there. All right, you guys, enough chit chat from this kid. We are going into our plank tap shoulder taps. Some variation on a theme at the same time, breaking them apart, dropping to those knees. We go in 3, 2, here's your full variation. Tap and jack, keeping those shoulders over wrists. Your break down. 3 jacks, 4 taps. If you want to keep those feet a little bit wider than hip width distance, that's going to help keep you from swinging your hips. Further modification, down on those knees. Either stay with those taps or step it up, step out to one side, then the other. Whatever you need to do, we are here for 30 seconds. Keeping core tight. Always making sure that our shoulders are right above those wrists and we're lifting to the back of our skull. Oh, and hey, while we're at it, why don't you try out that breathing thing we've been talking about all morning? Just a suggestion. Here we go. Take whatever variation you need. Keep those hips oh so still. If you feel it in the lower back, chances are you're dropping the hips. Here's our 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh boy, I have a great feeling about this round. Standing on up, we're going into Sumo Jack. So feet go wide and turning out at the hips. We initiate by sitting down into that sumo, up and together. 3, 2, 1, let's go. The thing with our sumo is because we have that turnout, we want to use our glutes to pull those knees open and ensure that they're not dropping and caving forward. So squeeze the glutes, use the outside of the legs. Your modification, squat, stand, or squat to that calf raise. Otherwise, yes, exactly, Catherine, you are in those sumo squats. Chest is high, feet are turned out, glutes on fire, because that is how we keep our knees safe in this movement. If you need to break down at any moment, step it down one more notch. Give me those squats. Otherwise, here we go. Always landing in that bend. Here's your 14 seconds. Yes, you can. We made it this far. Why not push? Here's our 8. Whew. Here's our 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more jack, and then we visit them all over again. On your back, we're going into jackknives in 3, 2, long arms, long legs, shoot it up. Inhale, exhale, making sure you're not pulling on your neck. Modification, suitcase, instead of going straight legs, tap for ankles, arm by side. Further modification, working on that roll up, roll down, see curve in that spine. And if you need one more regression, heels down, take that crunch. Whatever we're doing, we're using that core, not momentum. And use that breath. Let that diaphragm be an active part of this core work. So good. Shoulders back. I love this. Stay strong. This one is not easy. You can always take those modifications, but let's do our best right here in this last 10 seconds to stay committed to some kind of movement. Here's your 5, 4, here's 3, 2, and 1. I am loving old Kinsey for writing this workout. Here we go, back into those taps of planks, plank taps, and plank jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Full extension, you're rocking the combo. Break it up into 3 jacks, 4 taps, or oh, hot dog, drop to those knees, and then come up for that step out, step in. Remember, if you are isolating those shoulder taps, I want you to make sure that your hips are perfectly still. So we're not opening, we're not wiggling, we're not dropping. Squeeze that core. Shoulders over wrists, keep it forward. So strong. Here's your 25 seconds. We're just zipping on through. Whew. We push. Stay right here. Yes, you can. Take that modification if you need. But my goodness, 15 seconds to go. At least hold the plank. Here's our 10. Stay. Yes. Right here, you guys. Let's go for 5. Push. Here's your 4, 3, 2. Child's pose to transition if you'd like. Then quick on stand up to that sumo jack. Hips go wide, turning out at the knees. We go in 3, 2, drop it. Snap it on up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hitting that sumo jack. Or not, you can give me that squat to calf raise, squat to keep it on the floor. Especially if you're squeezing those glutes and using that breath, you can get that heart rate up just almost as high without ever leaving the floor. So good. That's why we want to make sure we're breathing, because our heart is pumping so hard. We need to keep that blood freshly oxygenated or we straight run out of it. Here we go. We push. Here's that 20. I know. Maybe take a second to reprieve, catch your breath, and then go right back in for our final 14. Here it is, 8. Shoulders back. Yes, you can. Here's your 5, 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. At least we get to lie down for a second, right? And then jackknife. But let's not jump ahead. Stay present. Jackknife in 3, 2, hands, toes, let it fall. Controlling the release as much as you do the snap up. Modification, hands by side. Tap those ankles. Further modification, feet are down. Hit our roll up. For this modification, ooh la la, you are into those crunches. None of these have us pulling on our neck. So really make sure that that spine is nice and long. We're not jutting forward through that chin. Keep pulling it back gently in line with the spine. So strong. If you are hitting those jackknives or those suitcases, I want you to check in with those thighs. Make sure as you draw those knees into the chest that those thighs are glued together. No opening. Don't release to that pelvic floor. Especially my ladies. The more work we can do down there, the happier our lives will be. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, you guys. I'm going to be sad to see this one go. We're setting up with that plank tap jack. 3, 2, last time here. Let it be a little bit brutal. That's where we find that change. These are fun because in the moment, they really push us. But afterwards, we can walk away and feel super accomplished, right? Whatever variation you're taking of this one, it is not an easy combo. You have already pushed yourselves beyond what most people have done. Some in a lifetime? Question mark. Not that it's a comparison. Your journey is your own, and I support us all. Here we go, 30. But also, it's pretty darn cool, right? Stay. Whatever you can give me. You have 20 seconds on the clock. If whatever you can give me looks like holding a plank, even from your knees, I'm on board. We work. Keep those shoulders over those wrists. Heads pull back. Here's our 10. Hip. We stay for 5. Yes, we do, because we're almost out. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Let it drop. Holy smokes. Up we go. One last round of these sumo squats. It's getting schwitzy. We go in 3, 2, squat it, and pull those legs together. So the fun thing to think about here, just to distract yourself, is to think about the inner thighs working as you jump together, and the outer thighs working as you land in that sumo. So we get to activate pretty strongly through all sides of these legs. So good. Remember those modifications. I don't want you pushing yourself towards injury. So if you want to work from here, for whatever reason, amazing. All I ask is that you use that breath, you squeeze those glutes, and you have so much fun. Because we are out of this in 18. Yes, Catherine, I love this. Let's stay together. Sorry, that was a really creepy cheer. That's how I have to motivate myself. A little bit of fear. Here we go for 8. Keep leading with the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Lie it down. Jackknife, suitcase, roll up, crunch. Sounds like a fun little chant. I'll write a melody to later. But in the meantime, 3, 2, 1. We are in it. Jackknife, crunch. Suitcase. Here's your roll up and your crunch. One more time. Jackknife if you want it. Suitcase if you need it. Roll up if you're feeling it. Crunch if you're down. Use that breath. Notice if those shoulders are starting to creep forward and take over with the traps. Now that our abdomen is probably feeling a little bit goosed. Keep those shoulders wide. Knees are together. Squeeze those thighs. Here's your 20. So strong. We push. 14 seconds. Here we go. Yes, we can. Let's work, whatever it looks like, to the end, together. 1 circuit left. After this, we push for 5, 4. Here's your 3, 2, and amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whew, I love a good jack round, am I right? Jack squat. Here we go. High five yourself. High five the air. Shake it off, and then keep moving. Maybe you're grabbing a little bit of water. Maybe you're grabbing a little bit of towel. Amazing, amazing work. We have 1 more of these crazy things. I promise it's going to be just as much fun because, of course, we are. We are starting with the lateral jump burpee. So we take our burpee, we do a lateral jump, then we drop into another burpee. I'm going to go this way so I don't run into a wall. But we take our burpee, jump it up, pop it back, chest to deck. We pop it up, and then we jump to the side, landing in that squat, landing directly in that new burpee. All right, if you're looking at me like absolutely no way, no way, no way, totally okay. Here's your modification. Drop it down, pop those hands, walk it back. Maybe take it to the knees for that push-up. Walk it back up. Option to stay. Don't take the lateral jump. If you want to move laterally, stay low, step it, walk it back, drop to those knees. You can take any variation between the modification and the extreme. What works for your body is great with me, but that's what we're doing. And then we are moving into 30-second front kick to back kick. So it's kind of like a rocking horse action. We're really putting a lot of stability on our supporting leg. Gentle bend, quad and glute are tight. We take front kick, hinge, back kick. Front kick, hinge, back kick. So take your time in this first one, especially if you have carpeting or some sort of uneven surface. Make sure that as you kick, your hips are square. And then as you go back to that back kick, I also want your hips square, so no opening through those hips. Once you have it, you can go for speed. If this just isn't happening, front kick, set it down. Back kick, set it down. So you get a little time to reset through that trunk. At 30, other side. Core and glutes are everything in this one. And then finally, we are in a forearm plank. I'm a big fan of the equality sign because it gets into our forearms and really helps with any sort of tendonitis or texting or computer life. But if you're more about the fists, go for it. Again, personal preference. Setting up shoulders over elbows over wrists. Squeeze that glute tight. We take one arm, we tap our thigh, keeping our body perfectly still. Set it down. Tap the thigh, set it down. So we're kind of getting a little kickback in through the arm, lifting the elbow, extending through the fist. This is your modification from that plank. Drop those knees, reach back, tap. Reach back, tap. Knees or toes up to you. The goal, stillness through the trunk. So little to no wobbling. Oh my gosh, you guys, what do you say we finish this thing? Put it behind us. Go enjoy our days. Or at least shower or something. I say yes, please. You guys are amazing. You put in so much work. And now we just have like a little bit more with our lateral burpees. In 3, 2, jumping it up, chest to deck. You can drop those knees, lateral hop. Good, I'm gonna go backwards so you can see me a little bit better in terms of my lateral hop if you need. Heart is right between those hands. If you need to walk it back, drop to the knees, walk it up. Eyeballs on me if you want your modification. Side step. Otherwise, rock 'em, suck 'em. Keep those push-ups perfect. Land in that squat. So strong. Here we go. Halfway through. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe take a variation on the 2. Yes, Catherine, hello. Here's your 20. Shoulders are back on that push-up. Yes, you can. Elbows right alongside that rib cage. We push for 10. Whoo! Land soft. Give me 5, 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Amazing. We are moving into that front kick, back kick combo. So kick front, square those hips, kick back in 3, 2, here we go. Front kick, back kick. Front kick, back kick. If you're wiggling all over the place, slow it down. Front kick, set it down. Back kick, set it down. Can you keep those hips still? Take whatever modification you need. If it's too much for that back kick, maybe you're going front kick, step down. Front kick, step down. We'll add the back kick later in life. 30 seconds, switch sides. If you're feeling good, if that tummy, if that tushy is fired up, that's where we get to play around with that rocking horse speed, which is dictated by how tightly we can stay to that trunk and how tightly we can squeeze through that butt. Otherwise, like me, maybe you want to reset it and then fight for it again. Every time we stand up, though, we get that chance to re-engage to the trunk. Here we go. 3, 2, let it go. Nice, that was so fun. Find that forearm plank. We are going for thigh reach backs in 3, 2, 1, reach back, tap thigh. Alternate those arms. Anytime we're going into a single arm, anything on a plank, one good way to make sure that you're adding just a little bit more stability in that trunk is to take those feet a little bit wider. Keep the toes down on the floor, so try not to turn out onto the pinkies or into the big toes. Keep them evenly weighted, but if you can keep those legs out, it just widens your base a little, right? You can also always drop down to those knees. We've been doing a lot of core work. Maybe that extra support is going to help us build. Whatever we're doing, here's your 20. Really thinking of that elbow pinning, kick back, tap that thigh. Pinning at the rib cage, tap back, hit that thigh. Getting a little tricep activation, both through the kickback and through the supporting arm on the ground. Here's our 5. Here's our 4, 3, 2, stand on up. We're going into those lateral burpees, round 2. The best part of round 2 means we are that much closer to the end of our day. We go in 3, 2, you're amazing. Let's hit it. Hop it up, land low on that push-up. Head is in line with the spine, hips are in line with the shoulders, so don't drop the hips. Try to keep that nice, strong trunk. And to be clear, you can drop the hips from the feet or from the knees. So really pay attention if you're feeling it in that lower back. If anything ever feels wrong, no matter what we're doing, slow it down and see if you can be your own little body detective. Figure out what needs a little switching up. Using that breath, you know I was going to say it. Here we go, 20. Yes, METCAN. We don't hold back today. None of these exercises let you off the hook. You are incredible. Here's your 10. We push for 8. Stay low on that land. 4, 3, 2. Stand it on up. We are into those rocking horse kicks. Find that core stability. Belly button sucked up. Squeeze that glute. Practice by lifting that front leg. In 3, 2, kick, 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 kick. Imagine your hips are tied to the edges of the wall so they can't kilter up and off center. You want them perfectly parallel the whole time. Modification, kick, drop down, kick, reset. Further modification, kick, reset, keep it to the front. 7 seconds and we're on the other side. Whew. Here's our 3, 2, switch it out. Start with that knee up, initiate those abs, and go. Ooh-wee-wee. Inhale and exhale. Keeping a gentle bend in that supporting leg so that we can really activate and stabilize through that quad. Oh, yes. Here we go. I know, I'm right there with you. Balancing is always one of those things where you're like, no big deal. And then you get started and you're like, wait a minute. What? Here's our 3, 2, and 1. Don't be scared if I quoted you exactly just then. We are moving into our forearm reach backs with our palms. Set it up in 3, in 2. Here we go. Kick back, tap that leg. How stable can you keep those hips? If that means you're here on those knees, heck yes. There's no such thing as half-assing it when you've been working this hard all day. Each and every one of you is so incredible just for making it to this point. Just for showing up. Taking time in this crazy time to do a little something positive for your body. Setting examples for those around us. So good. Into that nose and out through that mouth. We are here for 20. Drop those knees if you need it. If you're on those knees, just make sure that you're still setting that elbow down directly under the shoulder. Here's 15. So good. We are here for 10. Oh yeah. This is where we end it, team. 8, 5, 4. Here's 3, 2. Let it go. Amazing. One more round. Lateral burpees. 3 minutes of work. This is where we crush it in 3, 2. Pop it up. Here we go. End of your day. Everything you put in. Warming that body up for the last 35 minutes. This is where it pays off. Right here in the 3rd round of our 3rd circuit. Oh yeah. When we can push ourselves through the threshold in this round, that is where we find those adaptations we're fighting for. In our body, that change, whatever it is you're looking for. So strong. 30 seconds, less than. You have less than a minute to finish right here. Don't even think about it, but can you turn it up one more notch? Can we keep working in whatever capacity is available to you without stopping for 15 seconds? I know the answer is yes. I believe in you. Stay with me. Believe in yourself. Here's your 10. Yes. We're here together. 5, 4. Here's 3, 2. Ha-ha! We did it. Burpees. Get out of here. Little rocking horse kick action. Little tap backs. We go in 3, 2. Lift that knee. Kick forward. Kick back. Maybe you need to take a second. Maybe your balance is a little bit rocked. Sometimes we can get dizzy on those burpees. Again, this is about listening to your body. So strong. Whatever this looks like for you, maybe you're going super speed right now. That's incredible also. 3, 2, let's switch those sides. Initiate with that knee lift. Kick, extend. Whatever pace works for you is incredible. I want you to pay attention. Again, broken record, to those hips. If you're opening up through that hip, you're letting go through that hamstring. So it really matters, those little specific adjustments. So good. Here's your 8. Keep that foot on the ground, pointing forward. Here's 4, 3, 2. Amazing. We have one more of these tap backs. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, we are done with this crazy, crazy METCAN. We go in 3. You guys, 2 and 1. Ladies and gents, let's finish this. I want your best round yet. Maybe that just means you are talking yourself out of quitting. So good. Because that's a pretty darn good round. That mental game is way harder to get over than the physical game most of the time. Those knees are there for you to keep working from. Maybe you're holding that plank. It really doesn't matter to me. I just want you activating those muscles some way, somehow, for 30 seconds after all this time. Keeping and squaring those hips. You have a lot of practice now. Imagine there's a little bowl of soup on your hip bones. Don't spill it. Here's 15. Even if you don't like soup, don't spill it, because then you have soup all over you. Ew. Here we go for 10. Squeeze that butt. Yes, you can. Drop those knees if you feel it in that lower back. Here's your 5. One more. 4, 3, 2. Child's pose. Oh my gosh, you guys, so good. I want you to take a big exhale through that nose and then open that mouth. Excuse me, a big inhale in that nose and then a big old exhale. Open that mouth, stick out that tongue. Let out some heat. One more like that. Big old inhale through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the back, all the way down to those hips. And then open that mouth, stick out that tongue, and let it all out. So good. Okay. There we go. Come on up. I'm going to grab a little water. I recommend you do the same if you're feeling as sweaty as I am. Also, just a shameless plug to remind you, when you sweat, you are losing water and electrolytes. So make sure you drink extra water. Whatever the standard is that you're supposed to do, women's and gents, you need a little more if you're sweating. Okay. How we doing? So ready for 5 minutes of burpees? Okay, well, You're lucky Catherine was here to tell me no, because we were about to hit it. All right, guys, instead, let's go ahead and start on our backs. Just nice and gentle. We're going to start with the old familiar friend, our bicycles. So you're going to keep those knees above those hips, fingertips behind those ears. You're going to twist and twist, elbow to knee. I'm going to shut this window so you don't have to listen to lawnmowers, but start those bicycles in 3, 2, let's hit it. Into that nose and out through that mouth. Our biggest thing with bicycles, I mean, there's lots of things, obviously, there always is, but one of the hardest things is to not pull on our neck, especially as we get going. So really make sure that you are feeling that primarily in that lower abdomen. Good. Or that upper abdomen, in the abdomen, period. Lower back is pinning to the floor. Really extending through that leg, bringing that knee up to center. We're here for 5. A little bit faster. 4. A little bit faster. 3, 2. Hold whatever side you're on. Bring elbow to knee. Squeeze it in tight. Make sure you're pulling through that chest, or excuse me, that abdomen, and not through that neck. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3, 2. Let's switch. Hold. Shoulders out of the ear. Really connect. Find that twist. Float that bottom leg. We switch in 3, 2, switch. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. 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 5, 4, 3, 2. 10 seconds as fast as we can. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let it go. Feet come 6 to 8 inches away. You should be able to feel them with those middle fingers. And then leave the upper body on the ground. Press up through the hips and lower. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Slow down. Quick up. Slow down. Quick up. Squeezing those glutes like crazy. Really driving those heels back in and making sure that those knees are always remaining in line with the hips, in line with the ankles. So what that means is that we're not letting them dump in center, but we're also not letting them open wide. So keep them in line. Inhale and exhale. Using that breath. We hold at the top in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. So good. Squeeze to the top, just hold. Use that breath, keep tipping that tailbone under, into that nose and out through that mouth. Here's your 10. Here's your 9. Here's your 8, 7, 6, 5. Check that alignment. Squeeze those glutes. 4. Don't let it sneak in that lower back. Keep tipping tailbone up. 3, 2, lower down, knees into chest. Take it for a little circle. So good. And then we're going to come on up, and we're going to bring those hands right behind. Actually, I lied. We're going to keep those knees up, and we're going to crunch right elbow, left knee, lay it down. Left elbow, right knee, lay it down. So it's a sit-up with a twist. Making sure that we're twisting all the way to our belly button. And we're trying to keep the work in our core as opposed to flinging ourselves up and down. Finding that C curve as we lie it down. Float those shoulders up with our twist. Inhale, lower, exhale, up. Ooh-wee. So good. Stay right here. We are out of this meeting at the top in 10. Again, let this be about the core. Try not to fling up with momentum. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Sit up. Bring those soles of the feet together. We have one more little push. Palms are up. We're rolling it down the spine from this butterfly position. On a 10 count, we go 10, 9. See, curving that spine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Keep those legs wide. 10, 9. Shoulders back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Here's our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more times. Here's our 10. Just kidding. 9, 8. Last time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let it go. Oh my goodness. Arms and legs go long. Maybe you kind of shake out those thighs, loosen up. Sometimes we hold a little bit in our lower back just by nature of our core being exhausted. Shake it out, and then reach like crazy. Feel that expansion, that stretch to that core. Big old breath in, exhale, let it all go. Bringing the knees into the chest. Let's just give yourself a little rock and roll. And I want you to put one shin in each knee and just take a little bit of a hip circle. So taking the knees out in a circle. And then take the knees in other direction. So good. And then rock and roll up that spine. We're going to find our way into the bottom of a lunge. So we're going to step that right foot forward. And then I really want you to squeeze that butt and bring that knee directly over. I'll go this way. Directly over that ankle. So I have a little bit of a lean in that back leg. In that left leg, I feel my quad firing up. Core is tight. I'm not arching my lower back, but that throws the whole thing off. Knee is over ankle. Left arm comes up and over. Getting a little side stretch. You can pop that right hand on the thigh. Keep squeezing the butt, feeling that quad fire up. And release. Left arm comes across. Go ahead and bring it into that bicep stretch. Squeezing the glutes, shoulders down the back. Keep thinking tall through that spine. Big old breath in. Exhale. Sweep the arm up like you're trying to reach for the outside of the walls. Outside of the walls? Outside walls? Reach for the walls, huh? Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And arms go up. We frame that right foot. We pull back through the hips, coming to the heel of the right leg. Now, to really deepen through this stretch, think of a little hook around that right hip, pulling it back in line with that left. So as you square off through the hips, that's really going to start tucking in even deeper into that hamstring muscle. Inhale, find length in the spine. Shoulders are back. Remember that proud chest. And then exhale with that long spine. Sink a little bit deeper. Keeping those hips high. Keeping that chest proud. And let's step that knee back in line. And we bring that left leg forward. Again, setting up so we're squaring those hips. We're squeezing the glutes. And we're a little bit further in front of just a regular 90-degree angle. So we have to lean forward just a bit so that we're feeling it in our right hamstring. Left hand on top of that left thigh, right arm reaches for the ceiling. Keep reaching up as you bend over, getting into that hip girdle, into that side body, those obliques. Always lifting, so we're not collapsing into our left side, we're lifting out of our right. Big difference. And sweep it on over. Let's bring that right arm across. Keep squeezing those glutes, keep those hips in line. So good. Feeling the stretch through that shoulder blade, to the bicep. And big old sweep, reach for those walls. And then find those shoulder blades. Inhale, find length. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the rib cage in. And then exhale those hands up, framing that left foot, popping ourselves up on that heel. And then again, hooks on the left hip this time, pulling it back in line with our right. So we're getting nice and deep in that hammy. Flexing that foot, feeling the calf fire up, and really working to keep that spine oh so very long. Really slow, deep, luxurious breaths. And just for a second to transition, let's find that tabletop. If you're here and you're just hankering for a little cat-cow series, go for it. I'm just going to take us right up into hovering our knees and popping up in that down dog. But you do you. From here, pedal out those legs, keep the shoulders out of the ears, shake out that neck, and then walk hands and feet forward, just like our warm-up, making a nice little tabletop for our thighs. That's how big that bend is. Shaking the head, no. Letting go of any weird energy that's been collecting that just doesn't serve you. Shake your head, yes. Welcome in all that lovely awesomeness that you just created by showing up for yourself and showing up for others. And then roll it up one vertebra at a time. That chin is the last thing to roll up. Amazing, amazing work. My gosh, if you are anything like me, we got really sweaty, so please, please, please hydrate. And I will see you all later. Stay safe. I love you all. Catherine, amazing work. I will see you soon. Well, I'll be in touch soon, certainly. Hold on.